Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Graz, bringing you another World of Warcraft video. We are still in Noblegarden. Today is actually like the second full day of Noblegarden. So let's see what we can achieve today. There we go. Had a brain fart there for a minute. So which one can we do today? Okay, well this one don't seem to be that bad. Let's see what we can accomplish. Let's see, rabbit. Alright, well the frame rates kind of suck here at the time. Oh great, so what's this? 20 shell fragments. But what if I don't want to? There's gotta be, I can barely remember. Oh, sigh. Okay, well, this is going to take a little bit. Let me just go ahead and fast forward for the time being. Okay, so collecting various eggs in Bloodhoof Village. Finally getting the buff, or rather debuff, or whatever. The Noblegarden bunny. Now I'm going to try to get the Hardboiled achievement. Now this involves going to Ungoro Crater, having to go to the hot springs and laying an egg.
How may I aid you?
So let's go and see if we can't get that taken care of.
Goodbye.
Of course, you can't do it as you're shapeshifted, so... Oh, they've gotten creative this year. So it only involves party members. Well, this is a little disappointing. See, it wasn't that way last year. Most disappointing. So, okay. There has to be some sort of workaround. Now, I haven't gone online and looked around for any kind of workarounds, so I'm just going to kind of play with this and see what I can come up with. If I come up with something, I will explain how I do it. Probably have to do another fast forward. Hopefully I won't have to keep collecting too many eggs to get the buff again. It was rather annoying. This is really disappointing. I would have figured that, you know, just getting the branch would have been enough to get the transformation. So let's just keep collecting eggs. I'm wondering if you could hearth. See, because if you can hearth out, you can probably just set your hearth point to Ungoro and use that point to go back with the rabbit debuff, or the rabbit buff. Not really a debuff, I should say. So hopefully one of these eggs will be able to give me that buff again, which unfortunately looks like I'm going to have to work for. So this is rather disappointing. But at least today I can say one thing, and that's the fact that the players are being a little bit more cooperative. And by players, I mean the whole 3 or 4 people out here with me. Not exactly 20 people running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off. Certainly not acting like assholes, trying to snatch everything in front of you. That's rather annoying. You would think some players would have a little bit more, I don't know, understanding around holidays and events. But no, no. There's always been that interesting group here. So at least today things are a lot calmer. This is a lot more easier to achieve. I may have to wind up fast forwarding this because it seems like I don't know when this buff is going to take place, and I don't even know if I'm going to find any more eggs. Alright, there we go. Getting that buff again could take some time, and I don't know how long that's going to take. Okay. Now remember, at this point, I'm just trying to get the buff again to see if I can hearth out with it. I haven't done the new Noblegarden, so I'm not sure how they've really changed anything. Before, it wasn't this hard. It seems like now they're kind of pushing more toward that social interaction.
Everything has a price.
And that's not really a bad thing, it's actually a good thing. Ah, okay, here's the new mount they were talking about before, the Spring Strider. Ah, okay. You gotta love people with their questions. No, unfortunately at this point I do not have a spring rabbit. What's even more disappointing is the fact that my keybind has kind of thrown things out of whack.
Keep your wits about you. Choose wisely.
Okay, now back to trying to solve this dilemma. Yes, this is not good. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, it looks like we're going to have to do another quick fast forward till we can get this debuff again, so... Alright, we'll be right back. Well, we haven't actually gotten the costume back yet to do the test, but I just want to be vocal about something real quick. I can understand Blizzard wanting to make things more social. It makes common sense, as it should. But, here's the deal. For events like this, there should be the ability to complete them by yourself. Now, hear me out on this. There is a new mount this year for Noblegarden. Now, I don't know if it was this year or last year. I'll be straightforward about that, but there is a new mount for 500 of the eggs, the chocolate eggs. Here's what I think they should have done. They should have left it pretty much single player to be able to beat the event, you know, get the title. I don't see what would have been so hard about that. You could have been able to put the costume on yourself, you could have been able to transport or whatever. Do all the achievements by yourself. Then, as for the mount, just create a simple event. I mean, make it like a boss event or a world event. Go back and beat, I don't know, some giant rabid rabbit or something. You know, just something to make it more team-oriented to get these rewards. And of course, here we go. But as I was saying, you know, make a large event that's team-oriented. You know, reward people for being team members. Have people a chance to get the mount through that. You know, just something different. But I think this forced, well, we want you to go ahead and do it our way. I think that's kind of maybe just a little heavy-handed. I just think it should be two separate things. If I don't want to work or I can't work with a team, then, you know, okay, I wouldn't get the mount. But, you know, if I want to beat the event by myself, I should have that ability. I think after everything World of Warcraft's been through, they should at least grant something like that a bit much. Okay, so yes, you can Hearthstone. That's a good thing. So, with that, I would just like to say, if you're going to do the Hardboiled achievement, it's best to say that you should go to Ungoro first, get your Hearthstone there, and then just basically hearth after you get the buff when you do the egg hunt. That way you can go back, lay the egg, and achieve your reward. Now, unfortunately for me, that's not going to be possible because my hearth is still set in Dalaran. So what I would have to do is break my buff, go to Ungoro, and then basically get the achievement from there. So, for the sake of this video, that's exactly what I'm going to have to do right now. But don't worry, I will fast forward you ahead again so you wouldn't have to watch me go back and do all this ridiculous crap all over. So with that, I will see you in a few. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the hot springs. We've hearthed here. I have hearthed here. There we go. With the buff on, so now all it is a time of laying and waiting. Okay, any moment now. You've got to be kidding me. Well, anyway, it's not very much of a hard achievement. It just involves a little bit of planning from what it was before. It just seemed easier back when I did it with the other character. Jesus, you would have thought you would have laid the egg by now. Alright, let's just sit here on the rim. Maybe that's what it is. We can always lay this egg. Ah, it's swimming. Oh, there we go. Gotta love it. So, any minute this decides to happen, we can move on to the next one. As for the achievements, Desert Road isn't too difficult. And there we go. So it just takes a few moments. So, okay, so it just takes a few moments to get it to lay. Shake your bunny maker, maybe the last, maybe one of, if not the hardest to get. Blushing Bride, you can get that with a guildmate or somebody. Or hell, you could probably gotten this with a guildmate so much easier. Of course, me being on off time didn't exactly help my case that much. But, yeah. So, at least with Desert Rose, that's another easily doable one. Shake your bunny maker. As for me, I still have 1, 2, 3... about what, 7 more to go. Well, that's lovely. Upon the following females: Drainy, Human, Goblin, not too hard. Night Elf, Gnome, Worgen, not too difficult. A female dwarf. This one's always the pain in the ass. Not just any female dwarf. A level one that is at least a level 18. How many female dwarves are there in this friggin' game? So, that'll be a bit of a pain in the ass. Alright, we can ditch this buff now. No need to use it. It's done, it's over. Okay. maybe I will hold on to those branches just in case. No point in just chucking them out right off the bat. But thank God that's over. Like it was stated, it just seems like it takes a little bit more planning now. You don't really do it like it was before, so I mean, it's not too bad. Alright, so I don't think I'm gonna hearth. I think I'll just hearth back and get out of here. Thank you for watching this video. I'm going to try to at least bring you at least one more Noblegarden video. As for the others, like I've stated, you know, that's just going to have to be on the help of a friend or a guildmate. And as for Shake Your Bunny Maker, that's just going to have to be the luck of the draw. That's going to involve some research if it's possible to find that female dwarf. Then again, maybe you know somebody who's a female dwarf and it wouldn't be such a problem. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. And I hope you found it at least somewhat enjoyable or entertaining or, you know, informative. I should have another one coming out real shortly. Hopefully no more than a day. We've been on quite a roll here. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Take care.